Hi, I'm Cynthia Gautreau, and I'm here to lead the webinar for the College of Education. And our topic today is Eportfolio, building your online portfolio. And we're going to look specifically at Portfolio software. I will cover 5 objectives in this webinar. The first, I will show you some examples of ePortfolios, some high-quality examples, and to give you some ideas for what you might want to include. Secondly, I'll show you how to add your ePortfolio link to LinkedIn so that others can view your portfolio. Third, I'll go over some content ideas for what you might want to include in your portfolio. Then I'll show you how to log into Portfolio and design your account. And lastly, an overview of Portfolio and how to add content to your portfolio so that others can view it. So to begin with, what is a portfolio? Well, if you're here today, you probably already know what a portfolio is. And basically, it's a collection of materials that demonstrate your beliefs, skills, qualifications, any education you have, some training you've completed, and your experiences. The purpose of a portfolio is to give insight about you and your work ethic to a potential employer. This definition was copied from the Clark EDU website. It's a nice, comprehensive definition of what a portfolio is. So let's talk about LinkedIn. Most professionals have an account on LinkedIn, and it's a great way to showcase your skills. So this is my LinkedIn profile. And when you log into LinkedIn, you'll see on the home page a pencil here on the right-hand side. So what you want to do is click on the pencil to edit your profile. And when you click on the pencil, it will take you to this page. It will open up a browser window, and the browser window will allow you to edit whatever's on the home page. And if you scroll down a bit, you'll see an option for media. And it gives you the opportunity to add or link to external documents, photos, sites, videos, and presentations. So what I did was I added a link and I typed in my portfolio link. So now anyone who visits my LinkedIn website can also go directly to my portfolio website to see some more authentic materials that I've uploaded. Okay, so since I've already noted my portfolio site, why don't we take a look at that? So here's my portfolio site. And one of the things I'd like to show you before I get too much into the site is you have an option over here that says Save as a PDF. And what this does is it allows you to download a portion of your profile. You can either do a one-page summary or you can show a full profile, and it's basically a resume. So let's look at the summary page. And it gives you an option for what it's going to showcase. And then you can select some of the projects that you've uploaded to Portfolio. And you just click Export. It downloads the file for you as a PDF. And then you get this nice comprehensive one-page summary of your portfolio. And all of the links that are embedded in here are clickable links. So for example, if I wanted to share this with someone and I wanted them to see my video that I've included, they just click on the link and it opens up the video for them. So I hope you can see that this is a really professional way of sharing content with others. So that's just one option, and again, that's up in the home. It's on the home page just to the right where it says Save as PDF. That's your option there. Portfolio gives you the opportunity to change the background image, to add your own professional photo, ensure that you're including a photo that's professionally done. So then you have these links here. So the first one is profile, and that will take you basically to the home page. The second one is portfolio. And this is a collection of any of the artifacts that you uploaded to your portfolio. Will be just listed here in random order. If you would like to, you can sort the order by featured, recently added, likes, comments, or views. And you can also organize these a little better on the profile page, and I'll show you that in a moment. Next, you have a draft. That, of course, is something you're working on that you haven't yet released to your portfolio. Here's connections. So just like with LinkedIn or Facebook, you can have some personal connections. It keeps track of who you've sent connection invitations out to. And you see right here, this one's pending and this one's pending. This one was sent and accepted. So that's why it says connected here. And this last one down here also says connected. So that's the connections. And then the last link here is suggestions. And in this area, it provides you with some suggestions for other people who you might want to make connections to. Because I listed Cal State Fullerton as my place of work, they show me connections within Cal State Fullerton. So I think it's really well done. The way Portfolio is put together, it will give you an opportunity to easily and quickly create your portfolio to showcase your talents and skills. So you do have many options. So if you choose to, you can add certificates, maybe athletics, any volunteer work, or any digital badges you might have. So I haven't selected those options. That's why they appear here at the top. What I did select is introduction, and I posted just a paragraph about who I am as an educator and my career. If I would like to, I can add projects, and the projects will appear right here beneath my introduction. You want to include any relevant work experience in your portfolio. And prior to becoming a tenured professor, I was an adjunct professor at Claremont Graduate University. So I included that information here. I was also an adjunct professor at Cal Poly Pomona. And my current position is the director of the Master's of Science in Instructional Design and Technology program for the College of Education at Cal State Fullerton. So I've listed a few bullet points about what I do as the director. Now, this is the same information that's found on my LinkedIn profile. So since I already took the time to write it there, I just copied and pasted it here. Also, you might want to note that the logo that appears here, LinkedIn actually automatically posted that logo when I wrote Cal State Fullerton. So it does that. It doesn't do it every time, but I think for some of the major institutions, it will post it for you. Down here is education. So education is a large part of why I'm a professor. So I added my information here about my education and where I earned my degrees. And this part down here, if you're a college student, then courses are going to be very important to you. So as a professor, I teach numerous courses. So what I did was I just listed the courses that I have taught recently. And the information here about the courses, that's actually from the course catalog on campus, on the campus website. So there's no need for you to go back and think about what the goals and objectives were for each course that you took. Why not just make use of the course catalog? It's already written out there very clearly and succinctly, because there's a word limit to the course catalog. So I suggest you go back into the course catalog, copy and paste the information there. That way the information you're providing is accurate. Now, this is something very interesting. So as a student, if you were to take this course and there were some fantastic examples of your work ability and some of the assignments that you did, then you could organize your portfolio by attaching the projects here, right, associated with the course. And I'm going to show you some examples of students and how they did that. For me, because I'm just showcasing my portfolio as a professor, all I did was list the courses that I've taught. Although I could, if I have some presentations or some research related to each course, I could easily attach the project here as well to showcase that. Any accomplishments that you've earned as a student or within your place of employment, you can list that here as well. And any clubs or affiliations that you would like to showcase, that really show who you are and demonstrate some of your abilities. I'm a member of the Chicano Latino Faculty Association on campus, so I listed that here. I'm also a board member for CFA. And finally, an area down here that I included, and you may not want to include this because you may not have any publications. So if there's any areas that are not pertinent to you as an individual, absolutely do not include them because you don't want to just have a blank place on your portfolio. So I included a couple of recent publications about technology that I've had published here. And basically, I just included the APA listing of it and then the title. If I wanted to, I could provide links to the publications that are posted in online journals, but I haven't done that yet. So that's, in a nutshell, that's what I included. Of course, mine's different from yours because I'm a professor. You can see the summary page over here on the left. I included 3 projects, 17 skills are showcased, and I have 2 connections. And then again with the projects, so here's what I chose to include. So this is the video. I already showed you the video of the Masters in Instructional Design project, a program. This is a publication that I wrote based on my dissertation research. And I didn't have to put it in any special format. Actually, when I posted the link to the article, Eportfolios will open it up in this viewer so that anyone could go in there and view it. It does that dynamically, so you don't have to worry about that. And then if anyone who's viewing my portfolio wants to add a comment, they just simply click here and add the comment. Then the other thing I chose to include was this digital badge that I had received from the Dev Learn conference. And I was a presenter at the conference, so I uploaded a copy of the badge here. There's also a link to the conference proposal. And then I copied and pasted a summary of what I presented here below, just to give individuals an idea of the kind of research that I'm currently working on. So let's look at a couple of portfolios that were created by students now. So here are 4 examples of high quality portfolio sites that were created by students. 2 of the students are from Cal State Fullerton and the other 2 are from other universities. But I thought each one had a unique bit of insight that we would want to take a look at. So the first one here was created by Laura Pestle, and you can see she personalized the back image here. Her area is technology, so she found an appropriate picture for her instructional design showcase. Here you can see she wrote 2 small paragraphs about an introduction. She get an idea of who she is. It's a very professional looking. She really was thoughtful about what she included. She has a long list of the skills that are demonstrated by the artifacts that she included, which is fantastic. You can even click here and see more. So you can see she has lots of skills that she's showcasing. She has a master's degree from Antioch University, and here are some artifacts that demonstrate the skills that she learned while earning her first master's degree. Then here are the courses that she took in the Instructional Design and Technology program at Cal State Fullerton. And you can see what she did here. This is what I mentioned earlier, was this is a course she took, IDT 520, and then these are a few of the projects she completed while she was in that course. So you can see what she learned in the course and how it reflects what was taught in the course. One of the things I do want to point out is that when you're listing your courses, you want to list them in chronological order. So Eportfolios does not allow you to change the order of the courses once you've listed them. So keep that in mind. And you want to list the most recent course first so that this will appear at the bottom, and then 510 should appear at the top and in chronological order. So just keep that in mind when you're designing your portfolio and listing your courses. Here's some related work experience. When you create your portfolio, always only include relevant work experience. So she was a graduate student assistant, and these are some of the projects she worked on while she was working as a student assistant. She was also a college instructor and an education technologist. And again, here's some showcase, some information that she included. So you can include just about anything you would like to. I would go chronological order, most recent first, just like she did here. So here's the last one here, academic support support coach from February 2008 to February 2010. And prior to that, you can see what she did next and so forth. So that's just how you want to list it on a resume. That's also how you want to list it on your portfolio website. All right, let's take a look at another one. This other one here is from Garth Thorpe, and you can see what Garth does is, again, he personalized it. Now, this portfolio stood out to me because he's really has, he's very passionate about working in other countries and helping the lives of others. So it really comes across as in his portfolio. So there's his profile. And now you can look at the items that he uploaded to his portfolio. And just by viewing the opening statements, you can see how well-versed he is and how much he's traveled and helped other people. So some of the projects he worked on in Liberia, related to his education, the courses he took, and then I just thought it made for an interesting take on another way that you can use the portfolio option in Portfolium and really showcase your skills. Now, Garth doesn't have any connections, so, and that's okay. You're not required to have any connections, but if there's a way to hide this, then I would suggest that you hide it. So otherwise, it's just blank. So let's look at another one. Here's one by Mark V. And again, I was just looking through the Portfolium site, and these ones stood out to me. So here's his profile. You can see this one line. It says, fine art, watercolors, cartooning, digital art. I love it all. And that's really reflected in his portfolio. So he graduated from UC Riverside just recently. It would be interesting if he would come back in after he gets a job and shares that information on Portfolium to really build out his portfolio. But I thought it was a nice representation of some of the skills, and you can see the artifacts that he's included are all a variety of different types of artifacts. So because he's an artist, and it sounds like he has a passion for doing different types of art, he's included, so like, for example, here's an image he created for a film production in a branding company. Here's a website. Here's a logo he designed. Here's some business cards. So it gives you a nice feel of the fact that this person really branches out and tries different things and really can really do it all. So you don't want to limit what you're including in your portfolio. So if you're an educator or a teacher, don't just write lesson plans. Showcase your skills. What have you been doing in the classroom? Do you have videotapes of you teaching? Do you have you created any type of podcast? Do you have a website? Like, how are you supporting the communication efforts in your school? You can showcase any of those things within your portfolio. You're not just limited to uploading Word documents or PowerPoints. All right, let's look at one more. Here's one by Chris Fondacaro, and Chris graduated from the MSIT program last year. Did a great job. He was one of our co-captains. And you can see here's his professional photo here. Looks great. Here's his portfolio. He's included a wide variety of projects that he worked on while a student, and just gives you a good idea about what he's capable of creating and designing. This is his final master's project that he created to earn his master's degree, and thought he did a great job. You can actually download the project, and then he has it uploaded to a website, so you can take a look at it. Oh, actually, you cannot download the project. You can click here and view the project on his website. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like.
This is a classroom.
So his project is his entire project is uploaded to a website, and the way he exported it was HTML files. So it's really easy to click through it You could skip a slide and go to the next slide. You can see the layout, and thought he did a great job with this. So that's just one other way that you could showcase your skills, is by using links, and you don't have to have everything hosted on the Eportfolios website. All right, moving on. So what might you want to include in your portfolio? Well, you probably got some good ideas now because I've showed you quite a few of them. So, of course, you want to include an introduction about yourself. Keep it succinct. Ensure that you do a spell check. You don't want your first impression to other people to be misspelled words. And by all means, share your introduction with others and ask others for feedback and insight. Do use a professional photograph. Don't use just a snapshot that you've taken on somewhere else. Make sure that you're only including relevant work experience. So if you're a teacher, include experience geared towards teaching. Exclude any information that's not relevant. Only include information after high school. So if you're young and you only have a bachelor's degree, that's perfectly fine. Include your bachelor's degree. I wouldn't include high school information. If you are a student, then of course include information about your courses. And as I mentioned before, you do want to include some specific information about the course, so use your course catalog. You also want to include any relevant accomplishments. If you were in a leadership role, maybe a club affiliation, something on campus to show that you're a leader or you're part of a club and really demonstrate how well you get along with other people, then definitely include that information. Try to figure out how to turn off any section of portfolio that you won't be using so that it's not just a blank section on your portfolio. You want to make use of all the space that you have. And of course, use digital content to your advantage and use a wide variety of digital content to showcase your skills. All right, so let's look at how we log into Eportfolios. So if you're a student at Cal State Fullerton, you just go to the Eportfolios link that I have down here below. When you click on the link, it will take you directly to the section of Cal State Fullerton. And I've already logged in, so yours will look a little different. So you just want to click here, go ahead and log in and use your Cal State Fullerton email and email login information. It will be exactly the same when you log into Eportfolios, and you can just start building out your portfolio. So this is the home page for Cal State Fullerton, and then here I could see other members. And so basically everyone has a Eportfolios site waiting for them. And you just have to go in and create it. So it's not anything you have to request. Once you log in, you'll see that there's a site waiting for you. And then you can take a look at what others have done, and you can start building your own Eportfolios site. And the way you build out your Eportfolios site is very easy. So because I logged in as myself, you can see I have these pencils here. So just like any other website that you could personalize, all you do is click on the pencil. It will open up a page. It will open up an edit option for you, and then you could type in the information, and then as long as you click save, it will appear on the site. You can change the background image here, and the way you change the background image, much like Facebook, you'll see a photograph. You click on the photo, then it allows you to change the option. You can change your personal photo, or you can change the background photo here. This was nice because it allows you to log into either, several options. And if you don't have a photo you want to include that's on any of these images, you can always use web search. So you can just type in web search and then look for an image. So let's say I type in ocean, click ocean, and it will share with me royalty-free images that I could use on my site. It really does make it easy for you. Then next, once you're here, then you can just start building it out. So it has the first, by default, the beginning will be an introduction. If I want to edit the introduction, I just click on the pencil. It opens up this window for me, and then I could go ahead and type it in. Of course, I wouldn't type directly into this. First, I would type it in Word, do a spell check, and then post it on here. If I want to add projects, I can add projects here. That's it. Makes it very easy for you. And you can just go through section by section, work experience, adjunct, and add to it. If you don't have much work experience, don't worry about it. You know, you're a student. Maybe you're earning your bachelor's degree or your master's degree. You've been focusing all your time and efforts on working on your degree. So let your degree showcase your skills by including items in your portfolio. So you can add projects here. So one of the things I do want to caution you about is if you add to your profile and you go ahead and add your courses, this is what you want to use to organize how your projects are displayed. So you want to make sure that if you're listing a course and then you have the summary of the course, then you're adding your projects here. That way it's organized and it makes sense. If you only add your projects in this space, right here where it says portfolio, if you just upload your projects directly here, they won't be attached to a specific course. And you want them attached to a specific course so that it showcases, oh, I took this course about research, here are some research projects that I did, so that it makes sense to the viewer. Because otherwise, all of your portfolio projects are just randomly placed here. So that's about it. You can get started on creating your portfolio. It is free. The space, the upload space is unlimited, so you're welcome to use it. If you do have a large file, it will take some time to load. I would suggest you upload it to a website first and then provide a link to that. Or if it's a video, upload it to YouTube and provide a link to the YouTube video, much like I did here. So it's really a really user-friendly and easy way to create a portfolio by using Eportfolios. And the last thing I wanted to share with you here is this is a link to our survey. So if you enjoyed this webinar and you have some suggestions for other webinars that you'd like to see us share at Cal State Fullerton, please click on the link, give us some of your ideas, and give us some feedback about this webinar today. Thank you so much for your time.